This is the GJRB Online Network.
Read all about it, hear all about it. Hello everyone, I'm Gary J. Russen. Welcome to a brand new addition to the GJRB family in the GJRB family of Gary Russen programs. This is the Gary Russen program. Extra.
Yeah, that's Saturday to you. And hello everyone around the world, across America and around the world. Welcome to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra from the GJRB Spreaker Studio, just above the Lion Shopping District in Clinton, Iowa. Welcome to another edition of our Saturday afternoon talk show, Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. We got a lot going on this afternoon. We're going to talk a lot about the coronavirus, have a coronavirus update, and talk about different other things too. Kind of get your mind off this crazy thing called this COVID-19. Got a lot of really good stuff though. I hope maybe Ben is out there listening and maybe he'll be joining us later on today. Going to be posting all around all the social sites, all the groups as we get through this program together. Yeah, it's time now to get started. The Gary Russen program Saturday Extra starts now on GJRB.
This is the Gary Russen program Extra on GJRB. All you gotta do is go to Gary.Russen on Skype, or just chat with Gary Russen on the GJRB Spreaker public site by clicking the balloon icon on the GJRB widget. And now, the Gary Russen program Extra.
I got several different versions of that opening. I've got to go through them because some of them are old or wrong, and I have to adjust it accordingly. But I will do that because I'm always doing production if I'm not on the air. You know, that's all there is to it. I said one studio for production, one studio for master control, live on the air, and I get to do either or, and some days that means I'm not on the air because I'm producing programs. And this is the month of April now, and I'm doing the spontaneous month, which means April, anything goes, whatever. Could be on the air, could be off the air. Never know when we're going to be on the air here at GJRB Online, because this is the month where I just throw in any show, any schedule, and I might even do it through May. I'm thinking about, I was going to try a schedule in April. This is April. In May. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to have that schedule ready for May yet. I've got a lot to do with it. I got to readjust everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not have any program schedules at all until fall. So that means you will not be broadcasting. That means that GJRB Online will be spontaneous from now all the way to October. So that means that there's going to be no program schedule whatsoever. We're just going to be doing spontaneous now all the way through October. The only program I think that will be scheduled will be this one and the jazz programming and some of our music programming, but most of the programs are going to be all spontaneous. That means you never know when we're going to be on the air. That means that you just have to watch for postings, and I'll be previewing on my Gary John Situs Spreaker an hour to 45 minutes before airtime of any program I decide to put on the air, right at the spur of the moment. So that means that I'm also going to do a lot what Ed does. I might do some 15, 20 minutes on the Gary John side of Spreaker, where I do some short commentaries, because I like that idea. I'm going to try that out. Ed, I played your show today. It was good again for the second time around. I got to get a hold of John to let him know I'm replaying OBFSU. I hope he doesn't get too upset about that. I like his commentary. The past two commentaries, I played both of them. Absolutely incredible. He packs a lot of sense, I'm telling you what. And I agree with everything he says. He's got that thing going, man. It's fabulous. Our light will shine. You can check him out, OBFSU, our big fat soft underbelly, and I follow him right here on Spreaker. And always has a great commentary every time. I'm telling you, man. I listen to that guy. He's fabulous. And I'm telling you, your show should be syndicated nationally, man. I'm telling you what, you got a good show there. And you got that name too, Ed Delgado. Think about this. You got that name that could be nationally known, like Limbaugh. I'm serious, man. You gotta think about it. But hey, listen, some of your music, I probably put your show. I haven't really put your show on the YouTube. I kind of take the YouTube off when I air it here on Spreaker, because I know your song's kind of going to get hit for copyright. So what I'm going to probably do is I might eventually cut your songs off and run my own promos. I'll have your songs timed out. Maybe some of your song selections and let me know the length of them. Somehow, I don't know how you could do that, so that I take those song lengths and make a spot break in that same length, so to keep the timing right. But it's just that I want to run my own promos when you take that break instead of music. Sometimes I'm going to do that. Anyway, glad you gave me board. Thank you for joining me in the chat room. By all means, they'll get flagged in a second. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They do get flagged. And I figured if I'm going to run your show on YouTube, I would run my own promos, because a lot of my own promos, if I use music in them, they're all music that I pick that is royalty free. I use a lot of the royalty-free music for background music for promos and stuff like that. And working on your show, a promo for your show as well, which I'll air at certain times of the week when I'm running my programs. Because I literally schedule my promos according to the subject matter of the program I'm airing. Like if I'm airing this one, let's say way out there, the last 7 days they get promoted during those shows, like this one, your show, and all that. And the music shows sometimes get promoted, but I usually promote those in a different one. Yeah, you're right. I'm probably saying Corona, yeah, whatever. I'm going to call it COVID-19, because I tell you what, me and that pronunciation of Corona just doesn't work. But anyway, glad you can be aboard. I like your commentary today. It was fabulous. I always do. You have very interesting things to say about this whole thing, because it is getting nuts. I'm telling you what. I don't know. They're calling for people to wear masks. Although I got to tell you, I don't know. Wearing a mask while being on the air, I don't think that's just exactly going to work. Could make for a good windscreen, but it'll sound like it wouldn't sound too good on the air. But outside the home, pretty much, I guess, would be the cause for that. And let's talk about that this afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Clinton, Iowa. I was thinking when I took my dog out today, this is pretty sad when you're trapped into the house. And you were saying this, and I said agree. We have just come to the change of a season. Well, we waited well over it seems like 9 months, at least, when you really think about it. It seems like it. More like 6 to get outside. When it gets down, in October, we had the snow early. It got cold early. And we were, again, trapped in our homes for the duration of November, December, January, and February. November, December, January, and February. It's 4 months. Okay? Other than getting out, getting groceries, what have you the case. Well then, you're going to plow through snow to get where you need to go. Now we're in April. Sunshine and nice. We get temperatures in the 50s and 60s. I think it'll be warmer by then, but we're possibly going to be 72 here. It's supposed to be 72 here this week. I think it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think one of those days we're going to get 72 degrees, and then it's going to drop again. But we look forward to this kind of weather, to be outside and having fun and stuff and doing different things. And now here we are. What I feel is heading into what I'm calling a nuclear winter. Because now, when we had a chance to go outside and be able to, because I was always wanted to get outside, chat with the neighbors, have a cup of coffee outside on our picnic table, stuff like that. And here we are. Pretty soon we won't be able to do that. And it's kind of bumming me out because now I feel like we're prisoners thanks to the Chinese or whoever boogers decide to do. And I'll say boogers because Dr. Johnny Fever is allowed to say booger on the air, so I'm going to say booger on the air. All these boogers that decided to give us this disease. And I was thinking, we had these chemtrails going on in the sky. You look up sky, and you see that line in the sky. You see this chemtrails being made. Who's to say they didn't put this coronavirus, this COVID-19, in those chemtrails? Think about it. I mean, it just makes sense to me. It just does. It's to the point where I told you, I knew all along that we were getting poisoned by these chemtrails. It was raining toxic stuff. And, I could be right. This is probably how they administered some of this COVID-19 into the atmosphere. Through chemtrails. I mean, think about it. Makes a lot of sense to me. I was watching, I was looking at a picture of a video, or I think it was a picture. Shows a helicopter, had Lysol on it, all over the logo on it, and they're spraying all over. Not a bad idea, quite frankly. The people inside just kind of spray the outdoors. Just spray a whole darn blasted outdoors with Lysol. It just wouldn't make sense. Anyway, got a lot to talk about this afternoon, so I hope you'll stay with me here on G-Tribe Online, the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. If you were out and about last night, or been by your computer or by your devices last night, I hope you enjoyed it. I put this on last night just to calm people's nerves. We're going through this time when everybody is so, really, really jangled over this whole COVID-19 thing, being, trapped inside our homes and everything. And, it's a scary situation we're in. And sometimes you need an escape. Now, I know a lot of people laugh me off the planet because I'm playing elevator music. Okay? Last night I played that show, Easy Nights, dedicated to that beautiful music that played on radio stations back in the 60s and 70s. I don't know when they started that exactly, the 50s maybe? I don't know exactly when they started those stations. But for about 20 some odd years, you had these stations that played beautiful music, that soft elevator music, 101 Strings, Montavani. What was the other one? You see that in Good Morning Vietnam, when Crew Hour broke the rules and played rock and roll. But, they talked about Montavani and 101 Strings and all that. And, when you really think about it, that is great stuff to listen to at night to calm your nerves, to help you relax. And so I play that music. And I call it Easy Nights, orchestral. I think the format was really known as light classical. I think it was called light classical. It wasn't classical music. It was light classical. It was like what we call smooth jazz now. It's just that real instrumental versions of really good songs, some of the biggest hits of all time. And I like that. It's just a relaxing thing to listen to at night when you're, laying in bed and you're trying to, I don't care if I get, quite frankly, I don't care if I get hit with the copyright. So what? Who cares? I mean, really, they could advertise on it for I care. I'm doing it so that people out there, have something to listen to that would calm their nerves. And that's why I decided on Easy Nights, to bring back that beautiful music format. Because I think that some radio stations should bring it back, seriously. Because it, just to relax at night, just to get away from the noise of this coronavirus stuff. Play beautiful music. I'm all for it. And I like it. So you're going to hear it a lot this month. I'm not going to say every night, but every so many nights I'm going to put that on, just to relax. And I'm expanding it a little bit. What I did was, I want to be honest with you, I found on YouTube a bunch of air checks from these radio stations that used to play this music. A whole mess of them. I have an hour-long air check from a station in Philadelphia that was called WWSH. And it was interesting to call it Wish because I'm from Pittsburgh. And we had a radio station that was called Wish FM 100. And they played that music too. And I wish they would put air checks on for that station. That was the radio station for Soft. My mother would listen to it. And I just got into it because, when I was going to school and they were intense about things. I had bully and it was just I used to get stressed out in school. So at night I looked forward to that. I didn't mind going to bed when I just had that soft music on my small radio. Just to listen to I wanted a multi-band radio. But anyway, I used to listen to that station, and the soft music would lull me to sleep. And I would play almost all night. I would fall asleep, and my mother and my sisters or somebody would come in and turn my radio off. But I loved it, and it's just great music at night to listen to. And so I decided to bring it back because I think it needs to be brought back, that kind of music. I'll call it elevator music, call it what you want. Maybe that's what it is. Background music, dentist office music. Dentists used to play it. Barbers used to play it. I had a barber who liked a station we had in Pittsburgh. There was another competing station called Joy 94, and they played that music too. And my barber liked it. And the Joy 94 I liked better than Wish because Joy 94 would tell you the titles of the songs, which I learned all the artists that way, like 101 Strings. But anyway, I just thought I'd kind of talk about that today. Other things you want to get in on the act, you can join me. The Gary Russen program Saturday Extra on GJRB online here on Spreaker. You're welcome to join me in the chat room by getting in there and typing it in, GJRB online on Spreaker, and then put www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, or get on my Twitter, and I'm the Radio Maniac on Twitter, and you can listen to the show right there. You open up the widget, it opens up, and you can listen to the show right there. That's how. Isn't that fabulous? Yeah, you listen to the show right there, and can't ask for anything else. It's fabulous. And you can listen to that, listen to what I got to talk about, which might not always be interesting, but what the heck, right? And of course, it's Saturday, it's laid back day. Means when it's laid back day, I just do all kinds of stuff. I don't follow the clock all that much, and I just, I call it listening to shoestrings, so to speak. Just, whatever, freestyle, as I always call it. It just means that I don't follow a log, I don't follow a script, I just do stuff, And I have days where I do follow a log and a script. I do have tight days. I like to do those. But I sometimes I have to make sure I have everything ready when I do my tight days. Because sometimes my tight days don't always work out because if I don't have anything ready. But I like doing it that way. And I get a lot of really good show when I do a tight day from time to time. But I'll be bringing that back too. I'm practicing a lot of things. And the reason why I decided to drop the May tight schedule is because I need to change a few things. So that's I'll be talking about later today. Meanwhile, nationwide weather update. This is JRB's Weather on the 5. Yeah, weather on the 5s right here on GJRB Online. Take a look. They have a couple of systems now that impact portions of the west. This will be especially for California and a variety of hazards this weekend. Periods of moderate to heavy rain and thunderstorms, gusty winds, localized flooding concerns over heavy mountainous areas. There'll be some snow there also expected. The trouble spot today will be across the southern Oregon and northern California into the Sierra Nevadas, where travel impacts could take hold. And we'll follow that for you and give you that. And I'm sure there's areas where all our listeners up there, if we haven't been there, in Lake Tahoe. I've been up there. That's beautiful up there. I love Lake Tahoe. I love to go back. It's beautiful. I just only dream of that. Lake Tahoe, a town called Truckee, which is just coming out of Reno. Absolutely beautiful. It's a breathtaking part of California, I gotta tell you. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour, or any time in the hour it ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour on GJRB Online Weather on the 5s. And we'll have another weather update coming up in 30 minutes. Take a look at some weather in different parts of the country. And if we don't have it after 4 o'clock, we'll do Weather Nation. But, I like just talking to you about different things, and sometimes Weather Nation, I like them. But sometimes my board is giving me trouble. I think I have a short one of my cords because I moved the ladder, moved my mixer, and my sound comes back. So I have some kind of a short one of my cords. I think somewhere. I hate when I have shorts in my cords. I hate it because you know how it is when you get frustrated when it's and you get back and it has to be in a certain position, work right, and you're like, want to bit because it's like, come on. I hate cord shorts so bad. I really do because it screws up a radio show so much when I have that happen. Because then I can't depend on it playing on time, especially a recording or something I'm trying to start. If you know what I mean by that. But anyhow, we're going to be having a good time here, doing some great talk radio here on GJRB Online. And like I said before, it's all free form, it's all freestyle, and that means that anything goes on this radio program. You know what I'm saying? Anything goes, and it usually does. And that's what makes for a fun program anyhow. It does. It makes for a fun show. So we're welcome to join me, and we can have a good time on Saturday doing the Gary Russen program Saturday here on GJRB Online, here on Spreak. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening. And if you so kindly, when you call the program, if you tell me where you're calling from, I'd appreciate that. That's always a good way of doing it. And let me know exactly where you're calling from when you call the show. So do that, please. Okay, tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a lot about what's going on in the news. Got a lot of interesting stories coming up. So stay with me. We'll be right back. This is the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, on the GJRB Online Network. Hang on. We're coming back on GJRB. Economic collapse, wars, pest, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions. End time headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to Go Public at 12 o'clock noon Central and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website purely devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online's Up and Coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
And I'm back on the air. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on GJRB Online on Spreaker. Glad to be with you. It's a great Saturday afternoon. So why don't we just stick around? And yeah, noticed on my cell phone device that Ed tried to call during the hard break. So I'm going to try to call him back and see if he can. Let's see if we can get him into the break here. Because I had just hard break, and I noticed he called. And I went out there and run in that first and back on the air. So what we're going to do right now is call 50 minutes on talk. That's what we're going to do right now, straight 50. Now, 425. We're going to talk nonstop here on GJRB Online. So, excuse me, I had to let the old belch out. You know what I'm saying? If I don't the belch out, yeah, builds up inside. It's not good either. But other interesting stories along the way. And maybe perhaps maybe we'll get Ben. Not sure out there in the ether, but I'm hoping that he is. I guess go out. Hasn't yet. So I'm hoping maybe he will already see that. So I'm going to send that out and see. Ed, did you call during my heartbreak? Hi, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got you there.
All right. Maybe turn my microphone down maybe a bit. Sometimes I have to keep yelling. You're bored. How you doing?
Sometimes you gotta yell. I can't complain. I'm still bored. The only thing that I'm concerned with is like, okay, so as I've gotten older, I've noticed I get allergies.
Oh yeah.
And it's not a big deal, you know. Symptoms of allergies, you know, are you have certain symptoms that cross different illnesses.
Yeah.
Like you got a cold and you flu, but also have a cough. You know, it's because of the allergies this year. I'm like, oh God, am I gonna die? What's going on? Did I get the room? What's that? Oh my God, you know. Yeah.
And
Crazy world we live in, isn't it?
yeah. Well, what's that?
It's a crazy world.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know. As I said before, I feel like 5-6 Armageddon's authentic. Everyone I find, I watch. The Left Behind serial. I don't know if you remember, there's a movie that I think it ran on History Channel. Can't remember the name of the movie, but it was an Armageddon film. Very well done. And I feel like I'm in one of these movies. That's all there's to it. I feel like I'm in one of these movies. And I'm waiting for the director to say cut.
History Channel 1,
Wait for the director to say cut.
Me right now. I think it was talking about life after people.
It might have been.
And like what happened to everything if people just disappeared one day.
Yeah, it could have been. So many movies I've never really seen that I heard were real good. But I don't know if I want to now.
Right. Now, I think the thing that scares me, and I don't know, I've not met anybody who recalls this particular movie, but I remember in 1996, there was something on MTV. They did this little movie mock-up type thing, and basically what it was, America shut down its borders. It was like all the worst things that you get of America from a liberal's perspective.
Yeah.
Back, I can tell you that because they had a family that was living overseas, coming back to the airport, and the security was telling the guy there he's got to clear all his belongings.
Oh boy!
And the family puts all their stuff in the basket, and the guard's like, "Just all your belongings." Apparently, the kid and the wife were considered belongings too.
Wow!
And it was just crazy, just crazy dystopia. And the more I watch what's going on out here, everything from surfers getting arrested to, cops, arresting individuals who are, just going outside.
Yeah.
And all this public shaming for social distancing and all this other crap. It's starting to remind me more of that. There are now municipalities that are encouraging neighbors to snitch on other neighbors.
Oh, jeez.
Now, that doesn't reach of 1984. I don't know what that does.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a shame because I was one that never had a problem with my neighbors. I talk to a lot of people in my neighborhood in the complex, and they never have a problem. They do their business, I do mine. I die, and that's it. But yeah,
Right.
yeah, it's just darn scary now, and it's sad. It really is. So, Lori, I know.
I think the worst part
Give me a freaking
is,
time. I want to go back. I want to go back to the 50s.
yeah, but
I mean, at least in the 50s, you
eventually
didn't have
all
to.
those
You had
people, that's the problem.
you don't have technology, you don't have this, you don't have that, but there's no government telling you can't do what you want to do.
Oh, they had that, and it was still there. It just wasn't as advanced as it is today. You
could cruise down the freaking street and listen to.
You
You could cruise up in the freaking street and listen to Wolfman Jack, and they were going to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. That is true. But it's just the way things are going right now. I think what scares me more than the virus is the fact that so many people are just accepting everything.
Yeah.
And I get it. The virus is real. You don't want to get it. I think no bones about that. What I have on what happens after, are we gonna, every time somebody says we're down a city, what happened to individual responsibility, individual liberty? Our economy is being wrecked, and I think strategically.
That's
Before all these people, you look at the numbers, you're looking at over 6 million people. Now, granted, most of those people are service industry individuals. Our restaurant comes up, those numbers go down.
Yeah.
But the bigger problem is, what about the small businesses that aren't going to survive?
Yeah. There's a lot of them. They're going down. Again, it's sad. And that's the very beginning of the program today. I still believe that those chemtrails that they put up in the sky was the poison that rained down upon us, was the COVID-19. That's what I believe. I believe that it was the chemtrails.
And I've never been a big subscriber to the whole chemtrail thing, because here was raining. It was in the atmosphere. And this is the very atmosphere they themselves are in.
Yeah.
So what they just meant to and they're immune to it. If you're going to release something like that, you have to plan on it also mutating to some level where eventually your immunity ain't going to be nothing. So I do have an issue with that, but at the same time, when you look at, the investigation of every single death being COVID-19,
yeah,
it doesn't matter that, the 6-month-old child, and I think with Connecticut, the youngest person who died from the coronavirus.
Yeah, the infant.
Child didn't die as a result of the coronavirus.
Oh, really?
Right.
Okay,
So,
what about Diddy?
Entirely different, but they classify it as such. Hell, if you occupy a bus, would you be considered a COVID-19 victim? The fact that you symptoms that you didn't have in your system, that's just it. And just like that, it's just crazy.
Wow.
But it does serve a particular agenda, though.
So what about this one customer that just died, Joe Diddy? They say he died of coronavirus.
Joe
Diddy, he's a country. Remember a song called Pickup Man? I don't know, you don't listen to country music, do you?
Not too much, no.
Oh, okay. Always liked him. Anyway, yeah. There's a lot of, Kenny Rogers just died, and it's funny because he got COVID-19. And we lost a local personality in the city. My friend was on KC Channel 6, and he died of prostate cancer, which is what my father died of. The shot of those was fabulous. And that, maybe everybody's and the
every day you check.
and like I said last week, year
that does happen almost 2 plus minus a few years, around the 20s, there seems to be a pandemic of some sort. But I think, and can attest to that they go back. Historic, I mean, the implications of that right to sort of like book out. They can deal with that.
Yeah.
You look at the conditions around, Wuhan, China, with their wet markets and everything. It is a bioweapon from the facility that's nearby, or an actual loose ship that's up for date. It's more in the middle.
Exactly.
The conditions were certainly right for that in the market. And then you look at the very fact we have politicians here in America that are looking to utilize that for their own advantage. I mean, it was, I think, yesterday before California Governor Gavin Newsom had said, he was asked a question of whether or not this would be used to advance a progressive era. And it's not, you notice the term, not a progressive agenda, a progressive era.
Progressive era.
And in his long-winded answer, right, in his long-winded answer, he said, yeah, it certainly is. And to credit, he's talking about getting both sides, to take some type of agreement. The problem is with a lot of people, you can't negotiate with them. There's no, either you're or you're fighting against us.
Yeah.
That they're bargaining. And they're using it. I mean, look at everything that comes into that stimulus bill.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's confused too, It is.
Oh, God, yeah.
My wife's checking that out too. We're going to get it. But I give her I have disability. My wife, both, and I have SI. So more than likely get 1,200.
Sure.
Then there's talk of another 100, another stimulus.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about when you're at. And my question is, you look at this third one that just came, where of course you get $1,200. That's all I did well, but one, that ain't going to do anything. And that was just a fraction of that particular $2 trillion bill. And how much is it be in this next one? I mean, that's one they gave $25 to Kennedy Center for.
Yeah, I just see how I see how that even had to do with the coronavirus to begin with. That's crazy.
One of the things that wasn't being reported is that the Kennedy Center, shortly after that, not go with all their people, but they donated $5 million to the Democrat National Committee.
Imagine that. It's interesting how they postponed that convention. Interesting how they postponed that convention before the Republican convention. Like, they think their heads can. And I understand, I guess there won't be no sports at all this year.
Well, it's interesting because they're doing it here in Milwaukee. And it's extremely, like, they canceled everything going up until, like, September. Like, everything one of the biggest music festivals in the world is something called Summerfest.
Okay.
It runs for 2 weeks. They play, I don't know, 10 or 12 stages, all name acts, the whole nine.
Wow.
And they postponed that to the first couple weeks of September. And every other weekend we'll have Summerfest or some type of ethnic festival. Those all been canceled. And what is funny about it is they waited until just the other day to postpone the DNC's convention.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, this is an extremely important thing for them. Because Wisconsin, a huge battleground state, was part of the so-called Blue Wall and crumbling down in 2016. And what the Democrats are thinking of is that they're still going to be able to utilize this to make Wisconsin blue again. Hopefully writing off the 2018 election. But I think they're sorely underestimating what's going on here in this state. But yeah, they're trying their damnedest, come hell or high water, and the amount of bodies around the area doesn't make any difference to them.
Wow. Well, I've said all that the Democrat, our pastor, the Democrats, it's just evil, and this country really is democratic. We're a republic. If you the Pledge of Allegiance to the republic for which it stands. People keep forgetting this is a republic. This is not Democrats. This is not democratic whatsoever. I mean,
oftentimes we talk about what a democracy is versus a republic. Democracy is literally mob rule. it's 51%, 2 wolves in a lamb, voting on what's for dinner.
Yeah.
And that is the founders and any other form of government that influenced America. They tested democracy. They wanted a representative. A democratically elected representative, or you want to call it that, but it was the will of the people is what they were looking for. It was representatives that represented the people and protected the rights of the minority, which isn't anything that we hear anymore today. It's always, well, you're evil, you're bad, you're horrible.
Oh, yeah.
You're not enlightened. It's like, oh my God, please stop with that binary crap. It's just shit people. I'm not trying so hard not to. That was terrible. Oh, man.
It's pathetic. It really is. I don't know. I'm ready. I'm just ready to go home to my Lord. Yeah, I'm done with this world, this planet. I am.
I get it when people say that. But I can't do it. I can't go along with that, and I can't do it for me, the big thing is that I got to remember, what am I fighting for? What kind of world do I want to leave my kids, my grandkids, when I have them? And I got to keep in mind that, and I'm going to play a devil's advocate type of style. If God is it and has created all that ever is, and what it will be and was, it is our duty to protect it against self-harm. And it's sort of even a thing to do that, complete failure to him. So, you get tired of times from doing stuff like this, you get tired of times of training. You feel like you're constantly fighting.
Yeah.
But, evil don't sleep.
No, it doesn't. They come with new plans, the way it is. They do. They come up with all kinds of new things.
Give them credit for that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I'm hoping. Last week we had a good show with Ben. It was absolutely fabulous. And I was thinking one of these times we're gonna have to rig up a show where we have Ben on with everything. And I'm from Pittsburgh.
Well, that would be cool. Yeah, I didn't. And I had a chance to just listen to a lot of that stuff. A lot of good stuff there.
Yeah. And that's why I like to have my show be more of. The reason why I run my promos is because I have to take a break every once in a while. Because if I'm doing a show by myself and I run out of material, I got some music. My playlist is much new original music. Because somehow I'm on the starting chart system with this new emergent because some of these could be the hits, really good, Because I'm just tired of this new music. I like music you play, mind you, but some of it sounds the same, and I just was kind of upset because a lot of the radio stations in this area, which were used to be an oldie station, went to this new format, and I was not happy with them, and I boycotted them since then. And they were Cool FM, and they were oldie at one time in Quad Cities. And when they changed format, I just didn't listen to them. It's like the oldie station in this anymore, like the kind that I used to like to listen to, and dearly. It comes to a friend of mine who was a program director at a college radio station, old show, and a lot of the music they play on Cool. That's the other thing I hate this town.
Things change.
And what I just do with my oldie show, I make it sound like the AM days because I listen to old air checks, and I learned how they used to do it, and I try to bring that back. Just like the beautiful music format, I think it should be brought back because that to help us relax going through this. I need kind of comforting music. I need that. Even if it's elevator music, I like it to relax with. It calm our nerves. That's what you need. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. I think it's one of those things you can relate to, and there's other people to relax too. I mean, God knows enough high traffic on a day to day.
And quite frankly, restaurants used to play that music, and of course, it might remind some people of their dentist, because they used to hear music and dentist. But, It's just to relax with. That's why I came up with Easy Nights. It was just dedicated to those radio stations. And I usually talk about some of the radio stations I mentioned. I'll give a shout out to some of those stations, even though they don't exist anymore. I kind of recognize them, and I know some of the call letters to some of these stations that used to. So I kind of remember stations and mention them, kind of like Casey used to do with his, station, and something like that. But I found these old air checks of some of these beautiful music stations on YouTube. They're mostly from Philadelphia and Connecticut and stuff like that, but they're the original air checks of these radio stations that play that beautiful music, and they left all the music in the commercials and everything. It's fast, run batteries. Yeah. And I should have one in Pittsburgh, actually. Wish 100, and then a station to join more. And then KKA was also their website, played beautiful music like that, too. So.
It's funny, whenever they switch formats on these radio stations, I remember, I used to think that, especially when I was a kid, I used to think these, radio stations would just go on forever, having no idea how the business side of it.
Yeah.
And it was like the weirdest thing, like when one station got bought out and they got different type of music, and I'm like, what? What's going on here? Your whole world's upside down.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, see, what happened was, there's one that used to tell you the titles of the songs and stuff. And I could tell they were starting to gradually go into adult contemporary, because they would mix adult contemporary hits into the mix. And I could tell it was gradually starting to go away. And you weren't hearing the stations anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And, Good Morning Vietnam, that movie, one of my favorite movies. And that scene, where Kroonauer switches formats and gets into trouble. I'll be that kind of. I always said I'd be an Adrian Kroonauer. Be, out of the ordinary, just to get trouble. That's why I'm glad I have podcasting, man. That's the only thing good about this time is the fact that you, me, anybody, what we call rank amateurs, if you would call it that, are doing radio from our bedrooms or our living rooms, or it's just amazing. It's just fabulous. And then we're laughing at these pro. Here in the Quad Cities, our Channel 8, all the news from their house. And I laugh at that now. Everybody's doing radio casts from their house. It started a long time ago.
I think what's funny about all this, I think what's funny about this too is you look at, when we talk about the aftermath of all this, how much is going to be changes in the work, that we do? How much of it is really essential that you got to go and get your crap into a cubicle when you can remotely do it from home?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy when you think about that. I mean, think of the overhead that might not need to be there anymore.
Yeah. Well, eliminates traffic. Look how the traffic is crazy. I'm from Pittsburgh. I used to listen to traffic reports, and you see here, heavy down the boulevard. I used to go, and I laugh at those traffic reports now because they don't mean nothing now. I listened to an air check the other day from one of the old air checks from the 1960s. Late 60s, early 70s, top 40 radio, and I think it was Chicago. And it might have been WLS, I think. And I had to laugh and listen to the traffic reports. It's hilarious.
I used to hate listening to the radio when they do the traffic reports and stuff, because every time they would do that, I'd be like, oh man, and it's always got to be in the direction I was heading to. I was like, I guess I'm leaving 15 minutes earlier. Well, that's going to be about a half hour to go 2 miles.
I think the only traffic jam I remember getting ever stuck in, I can't remember where it was. I think it was here in the Quad Cities area, coming back from Clinton here. I think, and that was because they have this thing called, and this is another event it probably will never be anymore. It's called Tug Fest, and it takes place where they have a Tug Fest going on, people across the river. I think it's mostly like LeClaire. You've heard of LeClaire. If you've seen American Pickers, they're out of LeClaire. And across the river.
Okay.
And they have a tug fest, and it's a tug of war between two towns on one from each side of the river. They've been doing that for years, and they have a big thing out of it. You know, bands and all kinds of stuff, and it's sad, it really is, because I look forward to big events in the summer and being outside and just having fun and stuff, and now it's over. It's a shame, it really is.
Right. Well, that's kind of like the interesting part right now with all these things that they're quarantining and locking down and canceling, and it's like, is this really necessary? I mean, like I said, you don't want to get this, but then again, at the same time, I don't think most people want to get the flu.
No.
So it's like, are we overreacting? What's really going on? And I guess I don't even know if I'd be able to get in for that, because we're dealing with what ifs, and you can only deal with what you currently have in front of you.
Right. And even our church used to have picnics and get-togethers and stuff like that, and outside trips and stuff, and we can't do that no more. It's just sad, it really is. And now our church is closed down. We won't be going to church for a few weeks. Some churches are holding other drive-ins. Yeah. Some church services are being held at drive-ins. They're drive-in movies.
Well, you know what? If they can adapt and overcome that and do that type of model, I've even heard about people who are doing it on online formats. So it's like, you know what? One way or another, you're going to make something happen.
Yeah. Because we're having an online church, actually. Our pastor will have his messages over our church internet site. So we're even started a webpage. And I'm working on getting a blog going or some kind of... The thing about it is with WordPress, it makes it complicated to put that darn thing together. I just kind of been holding off on it.
I know some people that swear up and down by WordPress like it's just the greatest thing, but I don't know. For me, it wasn't. I'm not too much of a fan of it myself. I'd rather either just code it on my own, which you have to learn HTML.
Yeah, which is always fine.
Or use a website builder.
Yeah. Website builder is a lot easier, though. But then again, you have to pay for that domain name. That's the thing. Which I guess it really isn't that much. How much is that money? Because don't you have
the domain name itself usually runs you $10 to $15.
Which probably could afford with this stimulus coming in. That's for sure.
But that's just for the name itself. It doesn't do anything with the, like if you were to do GoDaddy or something like that, that might run you up $80 to $150 depending on which style that you're doing.
Oh, yeah. See, all I really want to do is have a place to put my program schedule and stuff. That's what I was thinking, because to gain an audience of some sort, because my audience is very low. Not too many people even come in like they used to. I used to have Mike in here all the time. I used to have Rachel Ozzy Jarvis from Oregon. I had a whole mess of people come in, and they all disappeared somewhere. And I had Facebook to thank for it, because they're the ones that don't post my shows at all. You said yourself you don't get my posting, and I don't understand. Sometimes I don't even get a posting when you're on live. I don't even know. I know that you're on at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night, and I go over there and see the line across in the live, but I don't get notified that you're on live. I just know you are.
Well, it is funny because sometimes I'll get the notification. Other times, most of the time I do. So it's not like it's completely out, but it's weird, you know. And I think part of it is like when you look at the podcast algorithm in general, if you're studying it, it is so chaotic, so basic right now that there's really nothing to it. Whereas on YouTube, their algorithm is like laser focused.
Yeah.
So when you talk about click, subscribe, and likes and watch time on YouTube, that really does make a difference. Whereas with podcasting, it's so in its infancy. I mean, they say that there's about 800,000 podcasts out there, but there's only really out of that group a handful of them that are still active. I mean, they're you know, in that group, they count a lot of ones that haven't put out an episode in years.
Yeah. And again,
so a lot of that, like I said, a lot of that are really basic.
It's sad, really. I think it has to do with the fact that people don't want to see something. Where, you know, my radio has gone down the hole because people would rather watch television than listen to the radio. It just goes to that.
There's actually a good reason for that if you think about it. So, and I was watching this one thing, and they were talking about why are people's attention spans seeming to be shorter and shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really interesting because they broke it down scientifically. Because if you think back to many centuries ago, our ancestors had to focus on essentially one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It was survival. It was where are we going to get our next meal? You know, so you focused on that and you became good at that. Well, over the years, we've gotten really, really busy. I mean, if you think about the amount of information, the amount of data that is sent at us on a daily basis, that is, whether it's advertising, whether it is, you know, things going on outside your door, work, whatever it is, there's so much information out there. Your brain is literally scrambling to try to process all of this. So it's looking. But what a lot of people don't realize what it's looking for.
Yeah.
It's looking for danger. It's looking for a threat. So your mind is working on overdrive, whether you're, you know, doing a lot of things or not doing a lot of things. You're still on overdrive. And at the same time, you start finding anything out there. So, of course, it just becomes mentally taxing, and your attention span is, you know, less than a, you know, fruit fly.
Yeah.
You eat whatever attention span is. I don't know.
Wow. Just interesting. It's a beautiful day today. Now it's like here, but we got sunny blue sky here in Clinton, Iowa. It's absolutely fabulous. But we're still like chilly. It's like cold out. It's supposed to make it to 53 today, but we're supposed to have 72 by next week. One day it's gonna be 72.
I'm okay with that. I know it's like 50 degrees over here, and I gotta get steaks ready here soon because it's steak Saturday.
Yeah, today is Saturday. Yeah, you do your barbecue. And I have some interesting stories to bring across, and I don't know. I have to send some around. I don't know if Ben is even out there, because I know he has been. He likes to get on and talk, so we're going to see what happens there. I appreciate you calling me, Ed. That's fabulous. And I don't know about OPFSU. I was running his commentary. He had a couple good ones, so I had to play those. Those were fabulous. I mean, he really packed it in on those. He got on Pelosi. That was great.
Oh. Man, did you hear the one from today?
Yeah, I listened to both of them, actually.
Oh, man. Do I lie when I say he's the failings of the political podcasting world?
Yeah, he's another one of these to go syndicated.
Man, and the thing, what I think is awesome about this is most of these shows are, you know, one-person operation.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, that's me.
The whole thing.
I'm a one person doing it all. Not to mention the fact that I'm making my own promos and everything. Yeah, it's just it can be. I scare myself sometimes, especially when I like to listen to everything back and listen to everything all put together. It's just like, man, that can't be me. That just can't be me, but it is. It blows my mind. I got everything back time. Of course, sometimes my timing goes off, but sometimes I overcalculate and it's wrong. So, hey,
my time is always off, so don't feel bad.
So I decided sometimes on these shows on Saturday, sometimes will start 5 after instead of right at the top of the hour. Sometimes I do that.
Oh, don't feel bad. I mean, at least it's not like me where it's like 15, 20 minutes late, you know.
Hey, yeah.
I can move to my own time zone.
Yours is caramel people time. Mine's G people time.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, like I said before, I gotta give Bob Huber credit because I'm telling you what, I don't think I could ever give up podcasting for land. I really could not. Just too much that I like to talk about. I just couldn't give up the microphone for land.
Right.
Oh man, I would be going. I would start crazy.
So much going on.
I'd be driving my wife nuts if I did that.
I drive mine nuts even though I am still doing it, so it doesn't matter. Oh, goodness. All right, so I have to start prepping up some food and everything.
Yeah.
Pretend like I'm actually responsible parent.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for calling up. It's always a pleasure hearing from you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, actually, you called up. I called you back.
I'll definitely keep on listening here.
All right. It'd be fabulous. I usually get a little bit of news in there and spread the show around. See if Ben Oceman's out there listening in Pittsburgh. You never know. So, thanks a lot, Ed, for calling. You have a great day.
No problem, brother. You take care.
All righty.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, you too. All right, Ed Delgado, Caramel Conservative, calling in the program here on GJRB Line here on Spreaker across America. And 17 minutes after the hour, 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock here on GJRB Online. And I'm Gary J. Russen. You're listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, spread across the USA. And we've got a lot more interesting news stories to cover, and we're going to get into those in a little bit. And see Ben's out there somewhere. Maybe he's sleeping. Because, last time we got a hold of him, he was had a little too much of the alcohol and went down. And so last week we had a great show with him, and he's got things going on too, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to do a little bit of news after the break. Have weather on the 5s coming up, and listen to what's going on with weather in different parts of the country from our friends at Weather Nation coming up on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America. Get us the program, Saturday Extra, and I'm always glad when you join me live here on GJRB Online. And we'll take a quick break, and we'll do a scroll through social media and some news right after we take a look at weather on the 5s and stuff right after this. Ending our 15 minutes. Well, not exactly 50, but it's about up. It's about 5 minutes. I want to talk about what we got coming up on GRB Online, by the way. Stick around. We got some great stuff coming. Like I said, we're going to be spontaneous. Now, that means that we're going to go on whatever, whenever. That means you have to watch for postings on the GRB Spreaker Public site. I do 15, maybe 10, 15-minute commentaries and previews. An hour to 45 minutes for airtime. That means I post on the Gary John from the Gary John side of Spreaker, which is my other Facebook page, and that promotes the show an hour to 45 minutes before airtime. So if I decide to go on the air, let's say I'm really planning on being on the air Monday because I have some things to do, I got some things to take care of. And Tuesday I got a few things to do. So maybe I'll be on, maybe I won't. In a case like that, if you see a posting that says I'm going to be on, even though it wasn't scheduled, kind of thing, it's just a spur of the moment kind of thing. What that means, it means I decide I'm going to go on there today. So I just post something an hour, 45 minutes before time, and I go on. Lori and I are planning on doing a program tomorrow, so that is for grabs. Possibility of being on the air. If we're going to be on the air, I will post a 15-minute preview, 10 to 15-minute preview of what we're going to do, and then I go on the air with it. So that's how that works. And give you a chance to get ready, because we're going to be on the air talking, and we're going to have a good time doing the show tomorrow, so I hope you tune in for that. Basically, going to be Bible, scripture, talk about God, which I think, we really need to do. What's going on in the world, what's happening nationwide, all this stuff happening nationwide. I think we need to do is put our trust in Christ at this point, because He's the one that decides what's going to happen, So we need to trust in the Lord. I think it's the most important thing right now. That's what I believe. All right, what we're going to do right now, though, we're going to go ahead and do weather on the fives. Take a look at that in nationwide weather from Weather Nation. Now, nationwide weather update. This is GJRB's weather on the fives. Okay, that's what we're going to do right now, weather on the fives. And I'm going to check and see if we have audio on this real quick. So I'm going to kind of, let's see here. Because I've been having trouble with my sound system here. Let's see. Okay, I'm not hearing anything. So that means, likely, I'm not getting anything. And I hate when that happens. Let me see if we can, I don't know. If we can get audio on weather on the 5 is great. If not, I'm not going to really worry too much about it, because it has a tendency to just, let's see. Let me see if we can bring it up on the board. Let's see. Just getting a buzzing noise. Not doing anything, but we can at least do the temperatures. 42 degrees right now in Spokane, Washington. Current temperature 56 degrees in Boise, Idaho, and 55 in California, 66 in San Diego, 59 degrees right now in Cleveland, Ohio. Cincinnati's checking in 71 degrees, 76 degrees in Nashville, 71 degrees in Raleigh, North Carolina. Jacksonville, Florida's checking in 81. And tonight we're going to be 42 degrees up in Seattle, 23 only in Bismarck, 30 degrees in Minneapolis, 32 for Des Moines, Iowa, 35 for Kansas City, 31 only in Milwaukee. And then tomorrow's high is 77 in Atlanta, Georgia, 80 degrees in Orlando, 80 also in Miami, Florida, 79 in New Orleans, Louisiana, 72 in Shreveport, Louisiana, 65 in Oklahoma City, and 71 degrees in Lubbock, Texas at this time. Also, Colorado Springs, Colorado, it's going to be partly sunny today with a high of 55. Tonight, dropping down to 33, partly cloudy skies, 68 degrees in Colorado Springs. Colorado tomorrow, 68 degrees. Let me see, why am I getting audio? But more buzzing than audio. It drives me nuts. I'm going to check these wires and see why I have such a big short in one of these cords. And I think that's why I'm having this problem. Cord shorts, I hate those things. Let's see if we're getting audio. Okay, if you don't hear all the weather, it's because I'm trying to fix the stupid thing. Okay, I should be getting audio. If not, I hate this. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to do something else here. I'm gonna put this in to the system.
Snowfall in the forecast for we're looking to be quite high, Joe.
Indeed, we'll be measuring in feet in some cases across the Sierra Nevada. Hard to believe.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot more snowfall on the way, but of course, all that snowfall isn't all that bad. And we actually talked to the California Department of Water Resources on why that is.
Our snowpack is 30% of our water supply in California. So the more snow we get now in these wet, cold months, the better it is for California in the dry summer months, because that snow then will melt and replenish our reservoirs, use drinking water, agriculture needs, industrial needs. So we like to see a good, strong snowpack.
And we are going to add to that snowpack. It's about half of where we should be for this time of year, but we are going to add, again, 1 to 2 feet, maybe 3 or more feet. And if you isolated spots along the highest peaks, or what's known as the crest of the Sierra Nevada, and that's why we have winter storming posted for pretty much the entire mountain range in California, all the way down. I'll show you some alerts all the way outside of LA, too, with some winter concerns. We've also got some concerns with some snow into the coastal ranges, the southern Cascades region. That's, again, likely to add up into the days ahead. We are likely to see these upgrades to winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings at some point. In fact, the winter storm watch will be out through Wednesday for the mountains of Southern California. Now, out towards, say, Big Bear Lake, Pine Cove, we're talking San Bernardino and Riverside counties. That's where we could potentially see, again, a couple of feet of snowfall with some very persistent moisture rolling into the picture. So here's our forecast for snow, and you'll notice the top of our scale there, the legend, it only goes up a lot in some cases. That's all part of the big West Coast system here that's trough digging southward, upper level low pressure. That's going to help steer more Pacific moisture into the region through the course of the next few days. And again, through tonight even, we'll likely see a lot of heavier showers and a few rumbles of thunder possible, with some of that moisture all the way into the interior and Rockies. We've got another wave coming in, so San Francisco. It's going to be a soggy Sunday, I'm afraid. Going to continue that trend in many areas. And we'll likely see the heavy snow, I-80 down our pass, Truckee, California. That's going to be a tough go of it if you're going to be traveling over the mountains. And look what happens down towards Southern California as well. We are likely to see some heavy rain and the possibility of flooding in and around Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, on up towards the coast, all the way down towards San Diego even. And we'll likely see some persistent showers and rain around Las Vegas, as again will hardly be pushing eastward. So we've got a couple wave and a lot of energy just right into Southern California. There's the combined map of snow and rain, but I want to talk a little bit more on the heavy rain threat. Some of the higher totals will be found in the foothills of the Sierras and right here in Central, where again we for flooding, and it's a concern considering of these previous years why so could to really concern here with this heavy rain. So you'll notice that into Monday as well. Let's take you to Casper, Wyoming, where it's not going to be raining, and Shelly, all that snow is probably going to be melting.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a warm up over the next couple of days here for areas into the northern central region. But over the last couple of days, it has been quite cold for areas like Casper. Into our Friday morning, we woke up to temperatures at -5 degrees, beating the old record back in 1968 by a good amount. The start to the day, and it wasn't just there. Even over towards Rapid City, South Dakota, woke up to -1 degrees for our Friday morning, also beating an old record back in 2002. And Miles City, Montana, 2 degrees for your Friday morning. This actually makes it the lowest temperature on for the month of April since 1937. So it's even cold for Montana standards. Now, all this was due to that low pressure system that's sitting across the eastern U.S. now, but you'll notice that cold air is just following that low pressure system. Anywhere from the upper Midwest areas of Chicago all the way back down to California, we've dropped quite a bit from this one here yesterday. Chicago, you've seen a 19-degree temperature from 24 hours ago. San Antonio, about a degree temperature, but you'll look in the high plains, we bounced back pretty quickly. From this time here yesterday, Rapid City increased by 26 degrees. So for today's highs, we've seen a quite chilly temperatures region. Oklahoma City, 50 there today, 51 in San Angelo, and Dallas, you saw 49 degrees for your high temperature. It's about 20 average for this time of year. San Angelo, about 26 below your average, so much colder than where we should be for the spring. But Oklahoma, you're warned over the next, so like down back pretty, we're seeing the same thing in Oklahoma City, up to 83 degrees for your temperature for your Tuesday and your Wednesday. Around this time of year is usually close to 69 degrees. Now, Texas, so here for 8 week, and then Minneapolis, Minnesota, you're also going to be climbing here. So 50 for your city over average, which is around 51 for Minneapolis, 62 for your Monday. By Tuesday, we'll be peaking at 73 degrees before we see a cool down, but that's to our average. Of course, stick with me. We'll continue to update you what's happening across the country. It's a heavy rain that settled in.
And there you go. Weather on the fives. Weather Nation. Grateful over there. Weather Nation. You can find Weather Nation. We don't, I don't have to play it, but you can listen to Weather Nation. Watch Weather Nation on your Roku box. If you got a Roku box, yeah, it's available at some cable companies across the country. Some of them carry it. Otherwise, it's on Roku, or you can just go to Weather Nation if you have a Roku box and just put that app in and just register it to your address, and you can get Weather Nation 24/7 with some great weather information for Weather Nation. Fabulous place to get weather information. That's Weather Nation, and you can get them also. You can also follow them on Twitter and Facebook. Weather Nation. They're a fabulous bunch of people. Gotta tell you, I stand behind their weather. The information is fabulous. All right, tell you what, we're going to take a break. And the rest of the program Saturday Extra. We'll do a scroll through social media coming up. And let's see what else do I have coming up. A lot of other really good things. We'll do our newscast. We'll do some news. That's first up. Coronavirus update. And a whole lot more. So stay with me. We'll be right back. More of the program Saturday Extra after we take this short break. Jeremy Online Network. Watch. Pray. For we not know what hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy. New World Order. Terrorism. Economic collapse. Wars. Pest. Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, end-time headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to Go Public at 12 o'clock noon Central, and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB.
That sound more like everyone else than anyone else.
Hey, all right, it's Kip Casper.
Spreaker is the website which turns anyone into a radio DJ. Log on to Spreaker.com for listening to thousands of radio channels and start creating your own radio today.
And we're back on the air. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on GJRB Online, posting America across the internet, across all kinds of great places. And you can get our show on a lot of great places like Spotify, Google Podcast, and Podchaser, and some of the great people you can get, great platforms you can get our show on. And also on Twitter, on the Radiac. And when you go in there, you'll find our show there. You can listen to it there. You click that cartoon icon. It'll take you right into the Spreaker public site. I have that in there. You right into my chat room. And I can drop in and say hi. I'd love to hear from you. If you have a comment or something you want to talk about. Always a pleasure. I want to thank you, Delgado, for calling us. The first half of the show is fabulous. Absolutely incredible. I always love it when we get people in there. Love the show, Gary. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love it when we have guys here in the chat room here on GHRB Online. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. We start off another 50 minutes of non-stop talk, news, music, you name it, we got it here on GJRB Online. And my phone is going to red. That means I got to plug it in. I hate that. But I have a backup phone, and that backup phone is my wife's ex phone, and it's charged fully. So what I do is I'll disconnect from that and plug it in to the cord so that I can have more juice, and I use that phone to do news and stuff. So, okay, so my news break has stopped. Okay, that's all right. I'll get it back. Yeah, anyhow, my news break. I like that. That if you have, this is where you get good news coverage. I found this today, and it's called Newsbreak, and it's an app, and it's a news app, and they cover local and national news. The word sports, I don't know what happened there, but anyhow, yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I gotta look at this here for a couple of minutes. I have to try to find something on this real quick too. This comes up here. We'll get a little bit of news right here, and if you're welcome to be into the program, call in the chat room. We have two great people in the chat room right now. Delgado, Caramel Conservative, and Ben Oceman is in the chat room. Hi Ben, how you doing? Glad you could be with me. And I just got this. This is just it. I just learned on this. Lean On Me singer Bill Withers died. Bill Withers, the guy who made a hit Lean On Me, has died at the age of 81. The soul legend, known for the song Lean On Me, Ain't No Sunshine, has died at the age of 81. Three-time Grammy Award winner. His family said he died of heart complications. The singer hit record Lean On Me has been a source of comfort for many, and a lot of it can be Christian. I think they kind of a lot of it Christians believe that was a kind of a Christian song. He made it one. Absolutely fabulous. But anyway, it was a source of comfort for many, with choirs and medical workers and recording their own renditions of the song amidst the coronavirus pandemic. And yeah, Bill Withers. Wow. That, let's see. Go in here and plug this real quick. There's a recorded report on this. So I'm going to plug this into the board real quick. And see here. Check this out. Bill Withers died at the age of 81. Let me see. We got a recording on this. Maybe this is a soft buffering. Yeah, I hate when that happens. And remember, I can say booger on the air. Yes, I can say that. And okay, it's buffering. I mean, either it is not available, or for some apparent reason the internet's running slow, which I believe is what it is, because every time I go into the internet on the computer, it It used to be skip or something. What happens when my song's cut out? So let's see if we can try to pull out his Lean on Me. So I have Ain't No Sunshine on a disc. Let's see if we can get that in. Otherwise, I play it. It's a good song. But he was a great musician. The only two big songs that I remember is that one, Lean on Me, which I had a 45 at, so it's in part of my C45 collection. And that one, wait, it's playing now. Let's see. Okay, why is it not playing? Wait here, let me see why I'm not doing it. Chord is dead or something. Let me see what's wrong with it. I'm getting tired of these chords of mine. They don't work, and I'm getting really, really ticked off at this. I have some of my chords on. Here we go. Maybe I wasn't plugged into the thing right. Okay, I'm gonna pop back into that and see if I can get back into that story. Okay, let's see here. Sorry about the static, folks. Sorry about the static. Let's see if I can get back into that. Yeah, come on. Okay. Apparently, it gave me a share, so I'm going to go ahead and share it. Meanwhile, I'll try to get this play. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to try to find that. I'm going to try to find a song play right on the internet. It does have. You can go into my YouTube and pull it up. It could instantly. I have it on a disc. CD player shares a cord, shares an outlet with something else, and I don't have my CD player plugged in. So I go to this thing, and it's you. Yeah, that's so simple. Shame. There's a great singer, wasn't he? He was fabulous. Meanwhile, back in the jungle, let's go to some more. I think that would be a good idea while we're sitting here doing nothing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and post that. Tell you what, we'll do that while it's on. Well, wait, Bill Withers. I'm going to pop that in. Let's see. I like that, Ain't No Sunshine. That's a good song. I used to play that when my first radio station back in Pittsburgh, back home in Pennsylvania. And, that thing where he goes, I know. My mother used to always watch your record, it's skipping. I said, not skipping, Mom, that's me singing it. Really? That's true. Bill's on things are pro extra.
Ain't no sunshine gone, she's always gone. She'll be under the sky, she's gone. But he's on the street. Ain't no sunshine gone, and this house just don't get she. Ain't no money, only about yesterday. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's out there no home anytime she go away. Anytime she go away. Anytime she goes away.
Fabulous song. One of his hits. Oh man. That was one of his. This one is Lean on Me, and we'll throw that later. My favorite too. Ain't No Sunshine when she's gone. Yeah, Bill Withers died at the age of 81. Another singer gone. Jeez. This is the Gary Russen program here on GR, here on Spreaker across America. The Gary Russen program, 70 extra. If you want to be a part of the program, just drop in. Let's see. I think Skype opened. I could have sworn I hit Skype to get it open, and I did not do it. Let's get that in. You can call me on Skype. Be active at Russen on Skype. If you're a Facebook friend or follower and you want to call the program, just get into my Facebook page there, or at my Messenger chat room, the call button, put you on the air. And if you don't like on the air, get in the Spreaker chat room by getting into my Spreaker public site. By getting in there, and of course, you're a friend of mine on Facebook. If you're a friend of mine on Twitter, you follow me on Twitter. I am the Radio Maniac. You'll see the Antique Radio emblem says GGRB online. just you'll see the real nice little widget there. Just click that, and it opens up into widget, and you can. It's absolutely fabulous, and you can call in the program, and call button, and we'll put you right on the air with me. Alrighty, yeah, builders, hard to believe, man. Wow, and all these singers are in. It's just other really good ones. Coming in threes. First we had Kenny Rogers, and now we have Bill Withers. Wow, just amazing how this all comes out, isn't it? It's sad, but really think about it. We're in a time of a lot of these singers are dying. I'm hoping I spelled that right. Bill Withers. Okay, let me see if I can go down and make sure I spelled that right. Withers. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that. And I'm going to put that up there so you can hear that song. Absolutely one of my favorites. Gary Russen program on GTRB and is now getting close to the top of the hour almost already. Gee, Christmas. We got lots of more show, though. We got some more show yet.
Withers strung together a lifetime's worth of hits.
Here we go.
Then in 1985, Withers recorded his last album and did not see him click for 25 years. He spoke to Anthony Mason for CS This Morning Saturday in 2015, just before being honored at Carnegie Hall.
It's a tribute to you.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Like a pre-obituary.
Withers family says he died Monday at age 81 from heart complications.
Oh my, it was Monday.
Growing up in Slab Fork, West Virginia,
Let's come back to early in
was
the
a
week.
small boy who overcame a step. He joined the Navy and worked as an aircraft mechanic. And for a magical decade and a half, his voice gave us a gift to enjoy long after he's gone.
Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand.
Whatever I am, I'm satisfied that I was at least valid. I wanted to write some songs that were reasonably profound, and I think I did that.
He certainly did. And leave it to Anthony Mason to get him to talk. I mean, can you believe it? Me inspired a movie about a New Jersey principal who, brought back to school. I mean, it so embodied so much of what we're about.
And today, right now, on me, the perfect song for all of us to remember him with, certainly, I would say, Jeff.
100%. I called Dana, nice piece of shell.
Yeah. Lean on Me, his big hits by far. I'll tell you that. Absolutely incredible. So sorry to lose such another great artist in music history. All songs 10. Those two big ones, though. Ain't No Sunshine. Great early 70s hit. Early soul stuff. I'm telling you what. You can't beat that with a stick. Yeah. Bill Withers. Well, play something on. Did you hear about this, that guy that's the head of the Fucci, is his name? He's the one who's involved with this whole coronavirus thing. Fucci, isn't it? He received a security. He's receiving additional security because he got a death threat. I talked about this yesterday on my show. He got a death threat. I don't know exactly what it was, but apparently he got a death threat. And I wonder what that was going on there. And I know the reason why he got a death threat. Because he's telling everybody to stay home. And a lot of these young ones, they don't want to stay home. They got to party, man. You can't prevent them from partying. No, God forbid, we can't have that. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, he got additional security because he got a threat. And let's see if I can find that story. Let's see if I'll hit more. Yeah, federal officials are ramping up security of Dr. Anthony Fauci after threats were made against him. Multiple officers from the Department of Justice confirmed to CBS News increased the security, which came to a request of the Health and Human Services Inspector General, Department of Health and Human Services requested that the U.S. Marshals deputize a group of agents in the office of the HHS IG to handle the doctor's protection, and the request was approved by the Department of Justice, according to officials. So now you have to wonder why he's getting a death threat. You have to wonder what's going on there. Why getting a death threat? Oh, yeah. A lot of people ticked off because the orders to stay at home. People aren't liking that. You got these young ones that are defying it. You had it back at spring break because they, God forbid, they can't have their spring break on the beach. Good grief, and no tragedy. Suffer not being able to go anywhere. But these young ones, good grief, we're tragically infringing on their social life. They can't handle it. Well, you're not going to handle it anymore because, you're the liberal millennials who started all this crap to begin with, So, it's not my problem anymore, man. Not anymore. It's a Gary Russen program Saturday Extra. I hope you're enjoying the program. We're going to do a scroll through social media in the next hour, and we'll do our shots and promotions coming up. This is JRB's weather on the 5. Let's do it right now. Los Angeles, California, checking in 62 degrees and cloudy. Des Moines, Iowa, just across the state here, partly cloudy skies and a high of 38 degrees. That's all it is in Des Moines. Houston, Texas, it's raining 56 degrees. In Manteo, North Carolina, try it again. Manteo, North Carolina, 53 degrees under cloudy skies. Omaha, Nebraska is 39 and cloudy. Salem, Massachusetts, 47 degrees and mostly cloudy. Dallas, Texas, 46 degrees and cloudy skies. In Lebanon, Tennessee, 73 degrees and fair at this time. Weather on the 5s every 30 minutes on the top of the clock to keep you on top with what's going on in the weather across America. Weather on the 5. And, of course, we're on the air with someone on the phone, like we did with Ed Delgado. Well, what we do is we forfeit that webcast and we put it on the next 5s. Or 30 minutes later, like we did with the Weather Nation. Weather on the 5s here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russen with you. Gary Russen program Saturday every week. People chat room, you can join them. Ed Delgado, Caramel Conservative, and Ben Oceman from Pittsburgh. Ben Oceman. Hey Ben, I still have that one song of yours to play every once in a while. It's in my recurrence, and that's The Home. I still play that. It's in my recurrence. It's you guys got to record some more tunes, man. I haven't heard any tunes from you guys in a while. I got to pull out the guitar. Let's get some jamming there. Yeah. Anyway, coming up this hour, a lot more good stuff coming your way. So keep here on the Gary Russen program Saturday Extra. This is a fun show to do on Saturday. That's why I decided it's going to be every Saturday here on GJRB Online. Now, next Saturday, I've got some things to do to prepare for the holiday, for Easter. I'm going to try my attempt at making pies. I don't know how that's going to turn out. But anyway, we're going to have a little bit of fun next week with that, and I'm going to take Saturday off next week. No show next week. I'm going to take next week off. We'll probably be on the following Sunday with the Easter Sunday show. Me and my wife are going to do one. A little message of what Christ has done for us, and realize that Christ has died on the cross for our sins, and He died to set us free. And even though this coronavirus, if it does take us, we're going right in a better place. Better believe it. And that's the incentive to follow orders and stay inside, even though we don't like it, even though we don't we can't that, because we have to party. We have to mess around. This kid. The pandemic. Anyway, close to the hour. I'm Gary J. Russen show. The Gary Russen program Saturday Extra on RB Online. It's a wrap up of this week's news plus more. And in this next hour to do that. all our Spreaker followers, all the ones that put on good radio shows here on Spreaker coming up. So stay tuned for that. 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific, it's 4 o'clock Mountains, and this is the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra.
This is the GJRB Online Network.
All right, and glad you could be with us. The program Saturday Extra GJRB Online as we hit our final hour of the program here on GJRB Online, the Gary Russen program Saturday Extra here on Spreaker. And thank you so much for tuning in. A lot of good stuff coming up this hour, so let's check it out. We got, again, like I said before, we're going to try to get in some of our favorite features this hour, including our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions, and let you know what I have for the month of April here on GJRB Online and our spontaneous month. But I decided, and I'll tell you this right now, we're going to be spontaneous clear to October. There's no schedule whatsoever planned until fall, okay? And my fall starts in October. TV's fall starts in September, but I start in October. So just to let you know about that, and we've got some good stuff coming up. You don't know what's going to happen in October either. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get some good stuff going on anyway, and we're going to do somewhat of a summer schedule, but it's going to be playing around. The schedule is going to be pretty much playing around with the new schedule, which I'll have launched in the fall. So it's going to be spontaneous summer. It's going to start just a little earlier with a spontaneous late, whatever you want to call it. So we'll talk about that coming up. And your comments are welcome. We're going to roll through social media, all coming up right here on the Gary Russen Saturday Extra. Let's get that rolling right now with... That means we go through Facebook, we go through Twitter, all the social sites, including MeWe, which I haven't really posted on MeWe yet. MeWe, that's another social site that's free speech, and it's you can have debates there. It's a fabulous place to go. MeWe, MEWE, the nation's, and they're great. They're incredible. The guy who runs that, I've talked to him a number of times. Excellent person, and he believes in the free speech, and he's not into the like Facebook jail like you get here on Facebook. But it's say what you want on MeWe. That's why I believe in it. It's fabulous. So check that out sometime. MEWE, and I'm gonna post over there as well. I want to get that done while I go. I'm thinking about it. So I just to do is copy a link and just send that show over there. And while I'm doing that, I want to talk about some programs I got ideas for coming up that we're going to try in the month of April, May, and even in June. More Good Times, Great Oldies. That Music and Memory show I started last year, we're going to bring that back up. I think I'm probably going to wait till the anniversary of Doris Day's death, because when I launched that show was around the time Doris Day died, and I have to remember exactly when that was. And I'm going to repeat that show, and we're going to restart Music and Memories. A great show, all adult standards is what that show is. Adult standards, and all the ones, Patty Page, and you'll hear Johnny Ray, all those good ones. It's a fabulous show, so tune in for that. That's coming up. I've got that set up. It's a good show. And I have some Radio Land. Radio Time to take a little bit of research. That's looking may know somebody who has radio listings during the golden day radio. If you have radio listings, what I do is I go into those radio listings, and I pick a night of the week. I kind of drop my finger in there. I just kind of, like randomly pick a time. And I will play programs from that decade, from that time in the old days of radio. So it makes you feel like you're there. Makes you feel like you're back in that time when those old radio programs were on. It's called Radioland Time Warp. I'll be bringing that back. I got my annual running War of the Worlds again. I've got some more great programs I'm going to be putting on. I'm finding some more. I'm going to air shows I haven't aired yet, like Boston Blackie. Great show. Another show I've been getting into, WGN's been playing on there Saturday night, is another great show that I like. It's called Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar. That is a great show. If you want to listen to a great show, and it keeps you impacted, because what the show did was it went through the week, and they would do is they would make the story last a whole week in a serial kind of thing, 15-minute time slot. So what I got to do is I'll take like a 15-minute time slot, and I'll post those. Maybe from my Gary John side, and because they're only 15 minutes. And what I'll do, you'll be seeing that every once in a while here on GTRB Online. I'll post old radio shows, and I'm gonna be doing it because I know that another guy I follow, his name is Pierce, and he does that too. Wayne S. Pierce. He runs a station there. It plays old radio programs. As a matter of fact, he could be a voice actor. He's auditioning for voice actors for this. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but he plays old radio shows. He plays old classic radio shows from time to time. So that's what I'm going to do every once in a while. I'll take a certain show and play them in episode order, and the episodes. And I'm going to do that from time to time, especially The Shadow, which is one of my... If I lived in those days of radio, I think that would be one of my favorite programs, is The Shadow. I love The Shadow. So we're going to see a lot of those. Have Gun Will Travel. All those old programs. So that's coming up. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up. So chat out. GTRB Online is going to be running a lot of old radio shows from time to time. Radio and episodes. Pick some episode shows. And airing some shows I haven't aired yet. So that aren't regularly. Plus, I'm going to go back to the archives and rerun some of the old radio bands I've already had on. So we're going to go back a few seasons. Before I started counting seasons of shows, I'll go back to some of the earlier episodes of Radio Land, and then I'm going to repeat some of the other lands. Where I'll have a full day of old-time radio. So check that out on GJRB Online. Meanwhile, let's go to our Facebook now and social media. So and then we'll go into me next. Big shouts to some of the people already on here. They got to join us in the chat room. We have Mike Myers live in the chat room on Facebook. Jason Webb, Mike Myers, Angela McCuckle, today. Right now, some of these people might be lobby in green, but doesn't mean they're. A lot of them are on here. Richard Lowmaker. Let's see. Day. I want to say hi to Jeremy Lees. He's on here. My friend Danny Tormina, he's here live right now. So there's good people on live today. So absolutely fabulous. Let's see. We go down the page just a little bit. A lot of interesting stories in there. Let's have a discussion. You leave your disease gloves around. You're a This is my nephew wrote here. Apparently we're doing this. Yeah, of course, this is the same people, toilets like that, let's see. Sunday, day 10 of quarantine. Learning how to write with Mandarin and people's cute. That was, Brian wrote that. Yeah, I guess we can work right with something on my hands pretty. I posted it today. I thought it was cute. Another and a face on. He goes, okay, I'm ready. Well, that would be good, that one. So another Dave Baker. Another Dave Baker is the program director at KALA, but this is Brett Nowak. His grandpa is also a Dave Baker, and he's 88 today, so happy to see him. RB Online. Go down the page here a little while. Flags are fine from college. We went to the broadcasting program together at Bach. He's a real good friend of mine. Known him a long, long time. Absolutely fabulous. He's in the Navy right now. Just recently got married. Absolutely fabulous young man. And very respectful. And it's always good to hear from him. And, he'll be coming along Wednesday. I'm going to kind of should link the show to him so you can listen to it. We got a program. You better believe it. Here, I want to let's see what we got here. We're going to do a Clinton weather forecast coming up. We're in a 50-minute non-stop talk. We're going to keep it going here. I got some more interesting stuff here to talk about. So you're welcome to join in the show. And next week, I will not be on the air like I mentioned earlier. I'll be off next week. But I'll be back, and we'll do an extra together here on G-Drive Line. So you know about that. Other shows coming up this month. Gary J in the afternoon. Gary J's Good Time Great Oldies show next Friday. Rock and roll, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, sometimes 80s rock and roll. Make it sound like the old AM days with a mixture of 70s album rock. It's a great job. Tune into that next Friday right here on GTRB Online. And then we're going to do Back to the 80s. So we're going to do Back to the 80s. We haven't done one since October. So we're going to bring back the 80s. I've got 80 shows. And like I said, it's going to be all spontaneous. You never know when you're going to hear us throughout the summer. So we're going to start now. There's going to be no May schedule. We're going to go full force into our spontaneous summer. But it's going to be spontaneous late spring. But we're going to promote the spontaneous summer. That means you never know when we're going to be on here. Just watch for us on the GRB Springer Public site, okay? All right, I'll have that written as a promo so you can hear it. Easter cannot be canceled. 2,000 years ago, all the forces of hell try that, and they can cancel all they want, but they're not going to cancel Easter. Even if we have to stay home, you have to stay home. The church is closed to serve on you. Remember, really, when you think about it, it's the people that make the, it's the people that build the whole services. But really, the whole church is it's the body of Christ. It's what it is, and they can close the churches, but services can go on through that. It's fabulous. Okay, that's an interesting. Okay, let's words. Let's see what we got on this. Let's see. I think what I need to do is use down arrow on my keyboard, because when I press that middle doesn't want to stay, and I always have to scroll. So anyway, yeah. The other Dave Baker, KLA program director, looks like a masked bandit. It was yesterday, I guess. He was doing his oldie show last night over at KLA Studios. Further look at that. Empty places are bike racks. And that was it. Ed Delgado was talking about this before we went on to talking about being arrested. And I heard the day about non-items. Stores not selling non-essential items. They're going to stop selling them. Things like game systems, music. So, who loses out here? The recording artists, the people who record and produce music, can't sell their music on the shelves because it's against the law. You can't. It's not essential items. What's the government to say what's essential and what's not? If I want to buy a CD of music, if I want to buy something for my radio station, like cords to plug into my soundboard, I'm going to go do it. Because to me, they're essential items. This might be luxury. Screw that. This is my radio station. It's my business. It's essential. That's all I have to say. So, you got to get it? Let's chat. Let's see, got some messages here. Okay, Ben Oceman. Hi, Ben. Hope you're listening to. I like that 50 minutes of smooth jazz. You'd like to join the program, reacted to my timeline, join the program, and be live. We have one from Channel 11, Chuck Leblonsky. It looks like you liked Easy Nights. All right, liked Easy Nights. Got a few things here from my broadcasting IDs and identifications. What's this one? Oh, okay. Let's see what we got here. I got some memories. We should go to do some of those. I always like to do those. Robert Clark Perky likes some of my stuff. Robert Clark Perky likes my Easy Nights. Fox 53, Pittsburgh pre-Fox 53, a couple of postings there. And those are some of the ones. And something that I'm tagged in. My wife sent here. Let's see what that is real quick. Oh, I like that. That's our picture. Yeah. Fabulous. I'm going to go into MeWe for a couple of minutes. So I'm going to drop into MeWe. That's MEWE. As our scroll through social media, brought to you by Fabulous site. MeWe. E-W-E. Then we'll go into Twitter. MeWe, there's my show posting. I posted that. I'm not getting any responses to it, though. We have Ruben Lozada football. Good afternoon, group. Here's a Saturday tribute over the. Have a good day. Great memories of people gathering together. Always fabulous. Radio Utopia official music. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go down the page a little bit. Our international artist Anthony Faulkner brings message of inspiration during a time where the world is in fear and chaos. Okay, that's down here. My how-to video. Okay, somebody there. Let's see what else do we have here. Stuff from Donald J. Trump is online. American Heroes Online, Saturday, April 4th, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. National Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany, featuring heroes from across the country. Yeah, that's a good one. It's from, I have followed Donald Trump here. He's even on MeWe. How about that? Isn't that fabulous? He's even on MeWe. And you can't beat that with a stick. Mandela further and clear. Let's see what else we can find out here. Okay. Okay, we got some more good ones here. Some more music ones. We have got a couple of music ones here. And I'm going to be playing through some of those. Going to be our emerging artist, which will enter into my up and coming. Speaking of up and coming, there's another. Oh, I don't want that. Why did I hit that number for? I hate when I do that. Okay. I would like to keep that, yes. But I do not want to play that.
Good evening, Houston, USA.
I already played that. But a real good one. Listen to that sometime. OBFHR, Big Fat Thunderbelly. He's Spreaker. He's fast. Okay, there's my other show. There's my last night's Easy Nights. I got it posted here. No reply to it, though. Not too many there. Okay, doesn't see too much more on here on the music posting. And some of those will be there. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over now and check out Twitter. We're going to do that. We got weather on the 5s for Clinton, Iowa coming up in about 4 minutes. And we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs and permits here on G. Check out, that's coming up. And I'll give you our program schedule for what's going to be on the air over a week or so, what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so whatever's, in other words, I call it, and you've seen it on many of my postings, it says possible live broadcast. Watch for postings. This is what I'm going to be saying about that week. Now, Monday, you never know, I might be on. I'm still thinking of taking Monday off. I have some production to do. I've got some PSCs to write tonight. I've got, tonight I also have to get the church services ready to upload from last week. And what else do I have to do? I got uploaded. And I have, let's see, I got some essays to write about coronavirus. I'm going to be doing a COVID-19 stuff. Speaking of that, I'm going to do a COVID-19 update. And one issue that I want to talk about yesterday, but I think it's an interesting. I'm going to go to Twitter. I'm going to do that after this half hour. And you never know, I might even extend this a little bit. You just never know. Because what I'll do is I'll do a postscript, so to speak. I've always used to do that around the time, like about a half hour. So don't be surprised if we don't go back on for like another extra half hour before we run out here. So just be aware of that. Since we run out of time, I always get time to get a lot of this in. So it's a half hour. So we might even push a half hour. You just never know. But anyway, what I was saying here, I think I'm back. That was my timesheet for today's broadcast. To click on. Let's see, what else do I have here? Let me see. I'm going to sports on Yahoo. Okay, well, I picked up and now that story is still on there, but apparently there's a grim outlook. March baseball is not being played. I hear that there's games being played to an empty stadium. Kind of weird. Probably not going to happen. Put that in my sports page update.
Sports page update.
I've noticed I've been getting hesitation. They keep cutting stuff. I don't know what's that. Good grief, why is that happening? Anyway, let's see what we have here. I don't know if I can find that story about the grim outlook on sports. Let's see. Okay. President Trump saying that the NFL would start on time. This is interesting. This report comes of Yahoo Sports, and it's saying, I'm going to talk about this here in a few minutes after the weather. President Trump says that the NFL is going to start on time. We're going to check that out. But first, I want to do the Clinton area weather forecast for Clinton, Iowa right now on.
Now, nationwide weather update. Now,
For a reason, I'm going to have to start by separate, like I do for Podbean. Because what's happening here is all my stuff doesn't want to play. What is up with this stupid thing? I cleaned this yesterday, but for some apparent reason, and tell me if I'm skipping. Internet's running slow for some reason, and it's hesitating. So anybody has any idea, I don't know, just skip that weather thing. I like the weather on a 5 Central, but I don't have to play it. Los Angeles right now, 68 degrees and partly cloudy skies right now, 49 degrees in Des Moines, Iowa. Let's go over to Lebanon, Tennessee. It's 75 degrees right now. Dallas, Texas, checking in 49. Salem, Massachusetts is 42 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Omaha, Nebraska, checking in 49 degrees. Montejo, North Carolina is also 49 under cloudy skies. And 58 degrees in Houston, Texas. And Des Moines, Iowa, 49 degrees right now under sunny skies. It's 52 here in Clinton, Iowa. Feels that way. Relative humidity standing at 34%. We have a dew point at 26. It's clear skies right now. Look at that right now. Actually, outside the Spreaker Studios, we do have some clouds over our studio right now. It's kind of cloudy. So I'd say it's partly cloudy. I don't say it's clear. 10 mile visibility, the pressure 30.12 inches of mercury at this time. There's still a river flood warning out. And according to the Mirror Farms, Eagle Point Station, it's 52 degrees. We have winds coming out of the northwest at about 6 miles per hour. And it'll be warmer tomorrow. So good. We have a UV index of 6, good air quality of 39, and we have pollen count standing at none, so we have no pollen count even though I was sneezing this morning. 0% chance of precipitation, increasing to 10 tonight with partly cloudy skies this evening. More clouds and overnight with a low around 36 degrees. We have northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. We'll have a high of 57 degrees. That's not bad. Winds east-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And tomorrow night, generally fair, 37 degrees with winds southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once again, current temperature right now at our GHRB Spreaker Studios, and right here on the Mayor Farms Eagle Point Station, and at the GJRB Spreaker Studios, 52 degrees. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. I'm cutting in and out. I kind of figured that. Lousy internet today. This is not good. Yeah. Which is like what happens to you when you're on live sometimes, Ed. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's the internet. It's what it is. My stuff won't even play. My Weather on the 5s intro won't play. I try to do the scroll through social media, won't play. So I don't know what's up with that. I know. Very frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's frustrating. It drives me nuts. I don't know. I think it's... My wife thinks... I just said yesterday, and I think it makes sense, in that everybody's home during the coronavirus thing, this COVID-19. What do I have to do? Be on the internet, right? And the broadband is inundated. And the broadband is under pressure. And I think that is a result of the broadband being under pressure. It's running slow. We're supposed to get 5G here in Iowa. I don't know what we got it every year, but we're supposed to get 5G. I don't know when that's going to be, but I don't know if that's going to make a difference. And they're saying that 5G is creating flu symptoms. And they're saying that 5G is connected with this COVID-19 thing. I've been hearing that. Oh yeah. Oh no, 5G. People saying that it's going to kill us all. Yeah, laugh out loud. Yeah, 5G. And I gotta wonder, though, it may be. It's hard to say. Ben did me something a while back over the 5G. He was saying something about the fact that the 5G is connected with the COVID-19 virus, and that the COVID-19 was put in place to cause some problems. I've been in all cities with 5G, and the speed is highly noticeable. So, if they put 5G in, maybe my radio shows would sound better and would probably not cut out. I don't know. That's a possibility. Okay. I don't know if I have time to do Twitter. I'll shut into my Spreaker motion to do that. Saying that the conference call on the state of the coronavirus pandemic with Commissioner of American Major League Sports Center to the important call. Trump said he believed the NFL would start on time in September. He is also clear that he hopes to have fans back in the arena this, though it's uncertain whether the medical experts will agree with the visibility of his time frame. Now, with that, he predicted it'll all be back, and America would be up by Easter, and he hit big on that. So, I think he's jumping the gun again on this. It's hard to say. We're not having baseball. What about that? You know, they postponed the opening season. Now they might as well just not have baseball at all. And it sounds like this was going to happen. NHL canceled the season, although they were going to pick up on the playoffs. Kind of late for that, I think. Well, this is only April, but I mean, this is radical. March Madness was canceled. I don't know. This is kind of bizarre. I just can't feel about that. It remains questionable at this point, because as long as this whole thing with being boarded up in your house, there's the chance of having a decent baseball season, a decent football season, is pretty much slim to none at this point. So I don't know. I kind of question that. particular thing because of the COVID-19. But it's hard to say whether or not that's going to be it. But we were talking about this earlier, me and Ed, talking about the thousands and thousands of great podcasters out there. And there are so many. And I'm going to ask you, think of the way they affect your main page, showing nothing but the schedule of my program, which I like it, but there is no way to get to my followers. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. It's I don't know if I like a new Spreaker page. I mean, why to do that? It's crazy. I can't even get to my followers. In order to get to you, I have to literally go into the main page and then type in the search engine, and it comes out. That's the only way I'm doing it. Or I have to go into the home page where they have a list of podcasters on the air, and some of the ones that have podcasts on that page. I go down there too to look and see who's on there. So it's kind of bizarre looking. I don't know why they did it. It's weird. If they changed it back, I wouldn't mind that at all. I thought that was just kind of crazy the way they did that page. It's stupid. They did it. But oh well. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and go in now. And I'll pull that up. And load it. I had to do that more than once. Or just for notifications. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't like it. I wish I'd go back to that. I mean, what was wrong with having the most recent podcast there? I mean, that was kind of dumb. It is. But anyway, it's time for our Spreaker shoutouts and promotions. Let's see if we can get this to play. Okay. Alright, let's see if we get it to play. Okay, this is the divider. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Seems to be playing, so we're good there. Yeah. Many podcasters out there, and there's so many out there that put on good shows, and you can find them right here on Spreaker. And they got some great programs just about every night, too. Yeah, you better believe it. We start Monday nights with the blues, man. Sunday night even with the blues. Well, no, not really. Sunday night's kind of a different show over there with Walter M. DeBall and a great program. Puts on two good shows. And one of them is Blues in the Night every Monday night. Here on 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. Blues in the Night, hour dedicated to Zydeco. Absolutely fabulous stuff. Check it out. That's Blues in the Night. And then Tuesday night, the highlight is Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. He does a great show. Talks about news, talks about all the stuff going on with the coronavirus. He gets into all of it. And he does a good job. I gotta tell you, tune in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, the Caramel Conservative right here, Tuesday night right here on Spreaker. You can check it out, and I'll tell you what, he puts on a good show. I'll tell you. He kind of outdoes me at times. Anyway, then we got another one coming back real soon after he gets done with his hiatus for Lent. That's Bob Huber and the Huber Experience. That's right. Bob will be back on the radio again right after it's done with with Lent. So that probably next week we'll be here. Mainly Tuesday afternoons. It's a good show. Talks a lot about culture, news, stuff going on in the world, sports. I mean, he's got an opinion about everything. Bob Huber, the Huber Experience right here on Spreaker. Yeah, and then Wednesday night, it's Simone Nicole. That's right. Our friend John, OBFQ, puts on a good show. Has a lot of good stuff on there. It plays good music and gives you tips on various things. Check him out live, 8 o'clock p.m. Wednesday nights right here on Spreaker. And a good show, 9 o'clock Central Time. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Pacific. Gotta go backwards. And then, let's see, Thursday nights here on GJRB Line, we're going to be rotating shows. That's right, we're going to be rotating shows between Gary J in the afternoon. We do a Gary J in the evening. Once in a while, play some music. I do the Gary Russen program Evening Edition rotate it with Smooth Evening and Easy Nights. And then I do a, 1 week I do Way Out There, the strange, the bizarre, the unusual, leading Spaced Out Radio, which is here on Spreaker. Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. He talks a lot about UFOs, aliens, Bigfoot. Oh yeah, all the weird stuff, paranormal activity, all that stuff. Check him out every Tuesday, every night, 11 o'clock Central, right here on Spreaker. 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern, for strange stuff. It's like Spreaker's answer to the Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. He's met George Norrie, by the way. Yeah, he met George Norrie at a convention. But anyway, check him out from Vancouver, Vancouver, up here in Canada. Live show every night, 11 o'clock. He's on YouTube as well, too. Check him out. That is Spaced Out Radio. Many affiliates, too. Terrestrial affiliates, including Z93.7 in Ridgecrest, California. Check that out. Yeah. Spaced Out Radio. Fabulous. Get out. And then, of course, you never know what we have on Fridays here on Spreaker. And there's other great podcasts. You want to check them out. You missed, I can't miss out on them. Great ones by Byron Wikipissa Radio, MTB Aviation Network with Zach Friller. And we cannot forget our good friend, 7 morning week, 360 days a year, Mike Myers, and the Radio Hope Network. Talks about God, family, love. Just talks about the Lord. He's important to us. Get into it. So, Mike Myers, great stuff. And don't forget, check out Muck Radio, MUKRADIO, Muck Radio. It's on TuneIn. Get that TuneIn app, type it in there. Muck Radio, 24/7 stream. And he's also heard on Good Talk Radio Network. And soon here on GJRB Online. The Mike Myers Show, Radio Hope Network. Check it out. And those are some of the fine people you'll find on Spreaker. And, of course, to get to my followers, all you have to do is just type in GJRB Online Network in the Spreaker search engine, or just go into my Spreaker public site at www.spreaker.com/user/5120525, or just get into my Twitter. I am Radio Maniac. Check it out. We're live right there. And you're welcome, Ed. I always mention a lot of great people, all the great podcasters who do stuff here on Spreaker. Because they're absolutely fabulous. They put on good shows. So check them out. That's SPREAKER Spreaker. Broadcast of the world. Don't forget, you can apply to Spreaker and put in your application. Just sign up for it. You get free 15 minutes. I mean, where else can you broadcast live for free like that? Well, there's other places I'm mentioning in a few minutes. But you can check that out. It's absolutely fabulous. All right. And, of course, that takes me to another great site. This is another podcast platform. It's called Podbean. 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 And they're great, too. They can broadcast live on there for 3 hours for free. I mean, where else could you go for that, man? It's awesome. Yeah, Podbean. And on Podbean, you'll find another good friend of mine from down in Texas. And not far from OBFSU, our good friend there, our big fat soft underbelly. This guy's real close by. Kind of moved here recently, though. He should be getting back on the radio. His name is BJ McNamara. He otherwise known as Black Dragons Radio. He'll be getting back on the air real soon with his live show on Podbean. Check it out. That's a place about good music and talks to people on. It's fabulous. And I'll be getting back over there to another live show on Podbean. So check out as GJRB Online, also on Podbean, and WJR Worldwide Podbean. And we'll be having some programs over there too. So check it out. Remember, podcasting is the way to do radio. That's right. More stations ever fit on AM FM dial. You can better believe it. Getting it its best. This is JRB Online. And yeah, podcasting it does work. But I get cut out. When I don't have this cutting out on me. Yeah. What am I going to do? I put it. That's all there is to it. Nothing I can do to fix it. I might have to fix it maybe is not have all the tabs on the computer. I think my problem is sometimes I go on the computer and I'm training myself to go on the use my phone. See, my wife gave me her old cell phone, which has a cracked screen. Still works. You can still get the internet on it. And then I have my phone, which is a government phone, which is another smartphone. And then I have my old tablet, which still works. Believe it or not, it still works. I just have to clean it out every once in a while at work. And I'm going to have to start using those for reading off of. And not have the internet when I'm on live. I think that has something to do with it. Not just the fact that I'm competing with other people who are online at the same time I am. But the fact that I have internet up at the same time I'm broadcasting poses a problem too. I read the weather off there, I do all that stuff off the computer screen, but what I'm finding out is that I think that's what's causing me to cut out too. If I have the internet up at the same time on the air, can cause a little problem, conflict, and it's probably slowing things down. So maybe what I do, if it's doing that, I'm going to close down the internet. I'm just close down my Windows page there. So I'm going to close it down. I do not have no internet up now. 17:14 left in the show. I cut internet. I shut down internet. As far as I click out of my page, all the pages I had up. I had 4 tabs up. So what I did was I just clicked out of that. So maybe perhaps if I don't have the confliction of having tabs up, which slows it down too, and doing what Ed does. I know he told me this he said the other day when he was on the air that he has all his tabs up on his phone, and I think maybe I would just do that instead because maybe that would work a little better. But then sometimes my phones act up too, so sometimes I just have to learn to clean everything before airtime. That's the whole trick. Internet. Love it or leave it, right? I tell you what we're going to do right now. I got 16 minutes left to go in the program, so I'm going to close out by talking about our program schedule, how we're going to do things here. Well, like I said before, let's see, we started last Sunday, which was the 29th? Yeah, 29th. That was the last Sunday. Now I got a church service that I'm going to be editing to go up. That'll be going up and be public tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Now we're planning to do a show tomorrow, program sometime later in the day. I don't know when. I'll watch for posting on that. I will be posting up a 15-minute preview, so to let you know about an hour to 45 minutes before airtime, I will post a preview. If you do not see that preview for any reason other than the fact that, Facebook and its infinite wisdom doesn't want to show it, but I will post it anywhere I can. I will, I get stuck in my words. I get like Mike. I get squirreled like Mike. I don't know. That's kind of scary. Anyway, let's see, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Lovely. Tomorrow sometime, if you see the posting on Spreaker, from the Gary John side of Spreaker, that shows and I will post it on both Spreaker sides. Okay, I'll post it on both Spreaker sides. And I'll have it there. I'll also post it on Facebook, on Twitter, it will be live on Twitter anyway. Also on MeWe, and all the other social sites will get it. Okay, so you'll see the posting, and it'll say that I'm going to go on live within about an hour and 45 minutes before we go on live. If you do not see posting or anything on Spreaker, there won't be a show. Okay, that's all that means. That's what spontaneous is. I post an hour to 45 minutes before airtime. I pick the airtime, I announce it, I go on within that time, about 45 minutes. Okay? It'll be a spontaneous show. That means I'll go on the air with anything. Any one of my shows. Radio, television, and movie classics, way out there. Crooners, anything could be up. Because I plan on doing anything to be up. I plan on doing an 80s show, back to the 80s coming up. The one I do have scheduled for this week will be Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern, and 1 o'clock Pacific. And that's going to be Gary J's Good Times Great Oldies Show. It's going to sound like your old AM transistor radio. Yep. It's going to be sounding like the old AM days. It's going to sound like the old WLS. It's going to sound like the old CKLW, WCFL. It's going to have that AM sound. It's going to have that AM rock and roll. It's going to sound like WABC in New York. It's going to sound like WNBC in New York. It's going to be AM. It's going to sound like your old AM radio. I might need a little bit of lightning stick just to make it topic. You never know. But anyway, it's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be taking you back a better time. Good time rock and roll. Gary J's Good Times Great Oldies Show. And I'll mix it in with a little FM too. A little FM album rock. We'll play some album tracks. We'll play stuff from my Dusty 45 collection, my Dusty 8-track collection. I got a few real good ones from like ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. I got a bunch of them, and they're fabulous. I got all that stuff. So we're going to be playing a lot of stuff from my old record collection. So tune in to Gary J's Good Times Great Oldies Show next Friday, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, right here on GJRB Online. Next Saturday, I'm taking the day off. No radio broadcasting next week. I'm going to be doing some stuff to prepare for Easter, but I'll be back the following Saturday with another Saturday Extra. That'll be Saturday, April 18th. And that week, from the 13th to the 18th, I'm going to try to be on every day. Okay, just about every day. I'm working on some programs along the way, too. And we'll have some easy nights again. We'll have some more jazz and classic country. I've got a day full of classic country coming up. That'll probably be a Wednesday. I'm planning on doing some classic country. That'll be classic country Bluegrass Jubilee, which hasn't been on for a while. Those shows are going to kick back in with regular seasons. We're going to relaunch some of the seasons. I think some of the ones that I started. Bluegrass Jubilee, I started the season but never finished it, so we're going to pick up that season. I have that coming up. So all the shows will air spontaneously. So you never know when we're going to be on the air. It'll be 1 week we're going to be on every day. And it'll be 1 week when we're going to just be on certain days of the week. So we're going to scatter it around a little bit. And we're going to do that through March. And we're going to do that through April, May, June, July, August, and September. All for the next, I'd say, 7 months or so, we're going to be spontaneous. Okay, from now until October. Okay, from now until October, we're going to be spontaneous. And in between, I'm going to be working on shows. And in between, I'm going to be working on some programs, getting some episodes written for way out there, radio and television and movie classics. Getting music for crooners, get music for the best of jazz. Speaking of which, the best of jazz is still going to be live from time to time, but it's going to be otherwise recorded and uploaded, and it's going to be scheduled to go on at the time I go on live with the Saturday Extra. So Saturday Extra is going to be on at the same time as Best of Jazz, but the Best of Jazz will be pre-recorded. So that'll give more of all our shows that really don't get participation in are going to get pre-recorded and uploaded. All the other shows are going to get written ahead of time, and I'm going to be producing those and getting those live. And we're going to have some new shows, but in the fall on some of them, and a television class and radio tower. So I'll be working on some the future. But we'll have next month, we'll have another radio, television class next month. But it's going to be on Podbean. We're going to do it on Podbean with some of their audience in this country. So we're going to do it, and it turns out pretty good. We're going to figure it out so you can listen to it. Okay, so either check me out on Podbean. Podbean's a little different. If you're being, all you really have is just, if you have the device, just download the app phone, and it gives you the capability to live and partake by calling in. playing on the show. And people on have to call it. So it's a pretty show. I like that. It's a fun show. Yeah, it is very fun. So it's fun if you get a sound system to work. I've got a short one check on that, so it won't be on the air on Monday. I got it on Monday. See what's in day. More likely on the show. Thank you, because I check this. I want to check mine and see why the heck my audio is not working right. So I'm going to probably be off the air on Monday and Tuesday while I perform some maintenance. And check to see why my wires are so screwed up and why I'm getting why my soundboard doesn't want to work right. So I'll probably be off the air Monday and Tuesday working on that because it needs fixed. So I'll be working on that one. So, but on Wednesday, let's see what happened. Wednesday, I've got somewhere to go in the morning, but I try to be back later on the Wednesday. And let's see if we can do it. Gary J in the afternoon Wednesday. Gary J in the afternoon. And like I said, that show will or will not go on the postings. I'll have a live 15-minute preview over on my Gary John side. You'll see that we're on the air. If you don't, we're either on the air or we're not. Which is my Spreaker public site. If you see that line going across with the live, we're on the all over Facebook. So that's how that works, okay? And then tomorrow, I'm gonna, I think Lori and I are talking about doing a show tomorrow. Don't know if that's going to come about, but we're going to see what happens. Looking to do a show, a message about some positive Christian messages, requests, gospel music. Just name it. We're going to be doing something tomorrow. And then later on, the Positive Rock Show. Got a new emerging Christian rock, Christian album rock show. So tune in for that. The return of Twin Spin Tuesday this month and possibly in May too. So those are some of the programs coming up. Should be online in this month coming. So watch for postings, and I will let you know when we're going to be on the air. Again, 15-minute live posting and or a 15-minute over here on Spreaker. Do a live, and I'll post it all over the internet. We're going to be on the air live. So either Spreaker, either side, and preview that we're going to be on the air, and you'll see the thing on your Facebook page if I do it on my Gary John side, because it's... So I think that's going to wrap it up for this program. That's going to do it for the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra for today. Want to thank you so much for the program. Want to thank Ed Delgado for calling us on the show today. Thanks, Ed, for calling the program. I appreciate it. I had a great time doing the show. And also Oceman for stopping into the chat room here on Spreaker. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again. Thank you. Good work. Good work, always. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. We'll be back on the air again. Show in just about a couple of weeks. I'm going to take next week off, but I got some great shows coming up next week on Spreaker, so watch for postings. Until then, have yourself your best night ever. So long, everyone. We'll see you real soon for another edition of the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, and other great GJRB programs. Thanks a lot. Have a great night, everyone. This is the GJRB Online Network. Economic collapse, wars, pest, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, end-time headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland.
End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Recorded Thursday mornings and uploaded to go public at 12 o'clock noon Central and played every third Friday live at 1 p.m. Central on GJRB. You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet, on GJRB. This is the GJRB Online Network.